Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready! 60 yard.
And we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Slam.
On first down, Kane, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Watch the safety creep.
General West.
Jam. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 3. Check 3.
Get it.
Now a give, right side. It's Kane, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
X3. 218. Chop.
Tighten up. Twist.
Roll out. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kane. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
10-2 stop. Hey, exit.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Watch the screen.
Bam. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Rhodes. It's complete to Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
58, come on. What we got? Out.
Hard.
From the gun, Rhodes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On 2nd down now, Bellamy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Tight right, tight right.
Hey, high 7. Snap.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That's it, baby.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get him, get him, get him. Tackle, tackle, tackle. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Watch the eye. Kill, 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 kill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, let go.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Touchdown, defense. Shit, shit, shit.
Watch me dribble. He's dribble.
Operating from the gun. Rhodes. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready, set.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Too little, Captain.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike, 45, check Mike, 45. Watch the curl, watch the curl. 45 to Mike, 45 to Mike.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Porter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready up. Check, 45. Rotate. That's what I do.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
It's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
Watch QB draw.
On second down, it's Phillips. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, son. Mike. Oh, lady. Hey, let's get this. 45 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
We're going to sign. 45, Mike, 45. Get your swerve on. Check the backer.
On first down, Bellamy. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, Orbit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Texans take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play. And break through the barrier.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Texans first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
80 weapons.
Check 31. Check nickel. Hey, alert 3. Hey, watch this. Kill.
Back to the ground, this time to Tomlinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Sue.
Check 53's line. Check Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 6-man.
Go on. Ready?
Back to throw. Rhodes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 52 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Lady. Hey, seam 6.
45.
Here's Darnold. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 73 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Topper. Bravo.
58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Drop deep. 50 now.
2nd and 2. And a completion to Wilson. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Look at me. Go. Fight.
They'll run on first down. Kane trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Cut.
Smooth.
58, come on. 58, come on. Watch the screen. Cut. He's checking. Crash.
Let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Rhodes escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Yep.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Hey, lock it. Y'all playing the wrong. Rock it. Check 4. Wow. Lee Griffin.
Off play action. Rhodes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Let's go, G.
Hey, Delta.
Here we go. Mike 54.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
It's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 20. 4-yard line.
Let's go!
They're on 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
I smell fear in that offense.
Switch. Joker.
On second down now, Bellamy. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Watch the slant. Mike 5-4, Mike.
Young lady.
5-4.
Hey, Alpha.
Check tight. Right there. 54, right there.
Here's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming, baby.
And to give this time to the tailman. And he coughed it up. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now Tomlinson on first and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike 58, right there.
I got one. Tight guard. 34 out. Rush in. Bam. Shoot.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready.
Go 58's the mic. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Go. Motion. Hey, Foxtrot.
58, boy. 58's Mike. You're going to go night. Tell him night. 58's Mike. 58's Mike.
Hey, go.
On first down, Rhodes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Under 6-6, pull it high.
He's checking crack. Check out read.
Check 9.
Slam.
Leo, now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Hey, wahoo!
Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, Sam off!
To throw on 3rd down. Rhodes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Jim. 25, check 25, check 25.
On 1st down, Bellamy. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Back to throw, Darnold. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
Push him back. Check.
Look, squeeze. Go.
They go again to Tomlinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Let's go now. 30 base.
53, Mike. Switch up.
Out. 61. Matchbox light.
Double up. He's coming, double up. Watch twins.
Look at me. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Kane. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Check 53.
Hey, exit.
Army we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, lock it. Hey, go. Check 24. Be dribble.
To throw on second down. Rhodes. He finds Hopkins complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover down.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side, Bellamy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let's get it.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Go.
To throw is Darnold. Throwing right, and that's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Hey, Haywood.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the flag.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Darnold on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
On 1st down, Tomlinson. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Short out. Get it.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Protein spill.
Slam. Whip.
Fair.
They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Porter. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Zoo.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. It's Phillips. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Mike, 45. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go. 80. Let's go.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Check 99.
Darnold now to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tomlinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.